Hello. If you've clicked this video, then you're obviously somewhat intrigued at the thought of me quitting my job to become a full-time creative. Now, no, this isn't a clickbait title. I genuinely have quit my job to become a full-time creative. However, before I go into why, there is a little bit I need to unpack in this video. So we need to go back 5 months ago to November 2024. Now, in November 2024, I was sat at a desk, this desk, and I was working as a manager for probably one of the biggest companies in the UK. Now, this was a job I spent the last 12 to 13 years working my way up from the very bottom, where I started as an apprentice, to a management position where at the start I was very, very happy. So somewhere along that 12-year timeline, I started a small business, or a side hustle as a lot of people call it today, as a photographer and videographer working in the wedding industry. How this came about was I got engaged to my now wife at around the same time I bought my first drone. Now, bear with me here, but from buying my first drone, I fell in love with all things photography, videography, taking pictures and creating small clips from the air with my drone, and I thought, wow, this is scratching an itch that I knew was there, but I had no idea how to scratch, if that makes sense. Going back to getting engaged, we were then planning a wedding, and I didn't realize how much everything costed, in particular wedding videography and wedding photography, but I knew how important it was. And having already started to scratch that itch with the drone of creating content, so to speak, of photography and video, and then booking our wedding videographer and realizing how much they charged, I thought I could do that. So I did. I bought a couple of cameras, these Canon M50s, very budget, very entry-level APS-C Canon mirrorless cameras. And I spoke to a friend who was getting married the same year as me and asked him, hey, can I shoot your wedding? And long story short, I did just that. And I fell more in love with filmmaking, photography, and just everything creative about being in this industry. And from that point on, any opportunity I got whilst working full-time, I was out with my little cameras, taking photos, creating videos, making clips for anyone and everyone who would have me. Over the next 4 years, but really 2, because of COVID, I spent my time building my small business of filming weddings. And as soon as I started, I had that goal of making it my full-time profession. Now, fast forward to the middle of 2024, I was starting to become really unhappy with my employment. I was being asked to do more of what I didn't enjoy doing about the job, as well as starting to become really burnt out of doing both, because my business had got to a point where I couldn't take it any further without sacrificing something. I was turning down work because I had a very limited amount of availability because I was still working full-time. And then in November 2024, I'd had enough, and I handed in my notice to work my notice period to leave my job, and I did. So that brings me to today. Sat here on this very rickety rocking stool in the middle of my very untidy, messy studio / office that hasn't been sorted out, on the very first Monday after walking away from my job of the past 12, 13 years, to say, I'm here. I'm ready to be a full-time creative. But the purpose of this video is to officially launch this YouTube channel. Now, for my 9 subscribers who have already seen that I've soft launched with a few vlogs of things that I've been doing over the past couple of weeks whilst coming to the end of my management job, will know that I've been posting a little bit of content here and there because I just wanted to start. I just wanted to start creating. And for those of you that are new, this is me saying, here I am. I am jumping in feet first into this creative world of YouTube. I learned 95% of everything I know about how to tell a story how to grow a business, how to be a wedding videographer, how to be a commercial videographer, how to create content, videos, photography from YouTube. This platform has enabled me to leave my job and go full-time in what can only be described as my dream job. It's helped me to create a life that I've wanted to live for such a long time and be the person I want to be now. It's helped me to have the best work-life balance, so I'm home all the time with my young family, whilst being able to go and travel, see different places, and just make videos and take photos, really. And now I want to be able to give back. I want to help future creatives, whether that's in the wedding industry, the commercial industry, get into this creative industry the same way YouTube helped me go from nothing to sat right here today. I also want to use YouTube as a platform to be the creative I want to be. Now, working in the wedding industry and creating commercial content for businesses is brilliant, dream job, but I'm always creating someone else's idea. Obviously, the wedding industry is a little bit different. People book me for my style of videography. However, I'm still producing a wedding film or wedding content on the basis that my clients, my couples, that's what they want. Whereas YouTube gives me the platform to be even more creative and create personal projects, passion projects, and I've got a load of those in the pipeline that I just want to start fleshing out and bringing to life, and YouTube gives me that platform to do that. But for now, what you can expect from this channel is videos on how to become a creative, how to get into the creative industry. That is one of the main reasons why I want to start this channel, is to help people that have got no knowledge start. Because if you're watching this video on the off chance that you're a complete beginner, don't know where to start, I was in your shoes 4 years ago, didn't have a clue about cameras, but just knew I wanted to do it. I'm going to do videos on camera basics. I know they're done already over YouTube, but hopefully I'll be able to put my spin on it and maybe make it a little bit easier to understand. And of course, I'm going to do gear videos on what gear I used, what gear I used to start, what gear I would not recommend using to start because I've already made those mistakes. So I want this channel to be helpful and educational to people looking to get into the creative industry. So for now, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my messy studio. Welcome to me. If you're new here and you've watched this video, thank you very much for clicking this video. If you're one of my 9 current subscribers, I love you dearly. Thank you very much. But if there's something specific you would like to learn about getting into the creative industry, whether that's weddings, commercial work, or whatever, please hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments, because that is the purpose of this channel. I want to create a community where we drive the content that I push to help educate and help bring new people into the creative industry. That's the main purpose of this channel. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to give back, as I said earlier. So if there is something you want to see, please leave it in the comments below and I will create that content to best help you guys get into the creative industry. But as I said, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps this channel grow so I can keep making content. But for now, until next time, love you, bye. P.S. This studio isn't always going to look like this. Over the next week, this is all getting sorted out and I will give you a full rundown and a full tour of this, well, these rooms, because it's not really a studio or office right now. Yeah, until next time.